A windy, wintry blast is on the way for southeastern Australia, beginning through Tasmania later today and extending to Victoria and New South Wales through the course of tomorrow. We already have severe weather warnings current for parts of these three states for damaging winds strong enough to bring down trees or power lines, put debris across the roads that may lead to dangerous driving conditions. Those damaging winds are likely to start through exposed coastal and elevated parts of Tasmania from later today, gradually extending to the remaining Tassie warning areas, southern Victoria and southern Alpine New South Wales through the course of tomorrow as that low pressure system responsible moves north. Now, it's also worth noting that it's already snowing through Alpine New South Wales, and as that snow combines with the strong winds tomorrow, we may also see the risk of blizzards above 1900 metres, further hazardous conditions. So what is driving this? Well, I mentioned the low pressure system before, and you can see that it's still sitting in the southern Tasman Sea to the east coast of Tasmania. As it draws close to that east coast of Tasmania through the course of today, going into the overnight period tonight, it's going to drag those strong winds and heavier falls across the state. You can see in those southern and eastern parts in particular is where we're seeing the greatest impacts. Through the course of tomorrow, the low will gradually drift north into the eastern Bass Strait, pushing the stronger winds and heavier showers across southern Victoria and southeastern New South Wales. Tomorrow night, going into Tuesday, the low will brush the southeast and then start to move offshore, taking those strongest impacts with it. However, we're likely to still see strong and gusty winds and patchy showers remaining across the mainland southeast through Tuesday and into Wednesday, only gradually starting to see an easing in those conditions around that midweek mark. So what rainfall totals are we looking at over the coming days? Well, generally modest falls are expected, building first through Tasmania. Heavy falls are possible across parts of southern and southeastern Tasmania, however, potentially leading to flash flooding as we see 50 to 80 millimetres accumulating. Central, eastern and southeastern catchments are under a flood watch, meaning that rivers are likely to respond quickly to that rainfall, and those flood watches may be upgraded to flood warnings. As the low moves north, we'll see the rainfall totals picking up across the mainland, particularly through southeastern Victoria and southeastern New South Wales. For the most part, moderate totals are all that's expected, but we could see some locally heavier falls in the mix as well. Now, in addition to the strong winds and rainfall risk, it is going to be cold with this low pressure system. We're seeing cold air wrapping around this low, pushing up across Tasmania and Victoria already, with snow levels expected to drop down to around 700 or 800 metres by later tonight. Through the course of tomorrow, the low will push that colder air up across New South Wales, with the snow level lowering about the central and northern tablelands. This means snow flurries are possible as far north as the Barrington Tops, although any snow is unlikely to settle too long on the ground so far north. Further south though, across our alpine areas close to our ski fields in southern New South Wales and Victoria, we may see as much as 10 to 30 centimetres accumulating over the next few days as that very cold air moves through. It's imperative to stay on top of all of the warning updates over the coming days as this low develops, intensifies and then moves away. You can find all of those updates via the Bureau's website or the BOM social media. Stay safe and we'll catch you next time.